Hello, children. Welcome to my class. Children, we are doing the sound of music, part 1. Evelyn Glennie listens to sound without hearing it. In my last two classes, I have explained how and when did Evelyn become deaf. And in spite of her deafness, how did she overcome all the hurdles of her life and became a world famous percussionist by the help of her guide Ron Forbes. She took an admission to the Royal Academy of Music and studied there for 3 years, and by the end of the 3 years she bagged almost all the top awards. Isn't it amazing, children? Being deaf, she became a world famous musician. So let us proceed with our chapter. As for music, she explains, it pours in through every part of my body. It tingles in the skin, my cheekbones, and even in my hair. When she plays the xylophone, she can sense the sound passing up the stick into her fingertips. By leaning against the drum, she can feel the resonances flowing into her body. On a wooden platform, she removes her shoes so that the vibrations pass through her bare feet and up her legs. So, children, how does she feel the music? She is saying that it is not easy, but for her, it is very easy. She feels, it seems that like shower, like raindrops, music pours into her body, and each part of her body, each nerve cells, it seems that they can feel the music. And how does she explain? She is explaining that when she is playing xylophone, she feels the music passing through her fingertips. And then when she plays the drum, she leans on the drum and the vibration she can feel through her body. And also she wants to feel the vibration. To feel the vibration, she opens her shoes on a wooden platform, and then when she plays the drum, she can feel the resonance and the vibrations. In that way she feels and she plays all her instruments. Not surprisingly, Evelyn delights her audiences. So it is not surprising, children, for the audiences that Evelyn's performance is so delightful. Audiences are amazed. Why? Because they know the girl who is performing on the stage, who is playing drums, xylophone, she is unable to hear that, but she is playing. And in her performances in 1991, she was presented with the Royal Philharmonic Society's prestigious Soloist of the Year award. So in her performances, children, she bagged the most prestigious award for a solo performer, that is Royal Philharmonic Society's prestigious awards of the year. In which year did she bag? She won that in 1991. Says master percussionist James Blades, God may have taken her hearing, but he has given her back something extraordinary. What we hear, she feels far more deeply than any one of us. That is why she expresses music so beautifully. So, another famous percussionist, James Blades, he says that Evelyn Glennie is really an extraordinary human being. She cannot hear. God might be a little harsh on her by taking her hearing power, but God also loves her immensely. That is why He has given her extraordinary power that we normal people we do not have. We hear the music and she feels the music, and she feels it more deeply. For her, music is divine, music is spiritual. So that is why when she expresses it from her heart and soul, from her entire body. It seems that her entire body is playing music. That is why her performance is so beautiful, so divine. Evelyn confesses that she is something of a workaholic. I have just got to work, often harder than classical musicians, but the rewards are enormous. Apart from the regular concerts, Evelyn also gives free concerts in prisons and hospitals. She also gives a high priority to classes for young musicians. Anne Richlin of the Beethoven Fund for Deaf Children says she is a shining inspiration for deaf children. They see that there is nowhere that they cannot go. So, what Evelyn says, she does not only sit, she does not only perform, she works and works and works. She works more than any other classical music. And not only she works for herself, she also does so many social work. How? She gives free concerts to prisons and hospitals. Why? Because music is a therapy. By listening to music, hospitals, patients, they heal themselves fast. Prisoners, they feel happy and they heal their heart and soul and they become good human being. And it is not that. She also take classes for young musicians. That is why Anne Richlin of Beethoven Fund for Deaf Children, she says that she is what? She is a shining inspiration for deaf children. Actually, not only for deaf children, she is an inspiration for all of us. We should learn from her that how to fight with the hurdles and how to overcome all our hurdles and win, achieve our dream that we aspire to. And she is an example that says that there is no stop. There is nothing that is called impossible if we are determined and if we are hardworking. With these two motto in life, we can really achieve whatever we think for. And she is an example for that. Evelyn Glennie has already accomplished more than most people twice her age. She has brought percussion to the front of the orchestra and demonstrated that it can be very moving. She has given inspiration to those who are handicapped, people who look at her and say, if she can do it, I can. And not the least, she has given enormous pleasure to millions. So, children, what do we see? That she is a shining star. Her life is a motivation for us. She inspires the millions. She inspires that nothing is stoppable in this world. If we achieve our if somebody is impaired or handicapped, nothing can stop us. Nothing is obstacle in our life if we are determined. And she, by looking at her, people thinks that if she can do it, why can't we? We can also. So she not only gives us inspiration or not only she motivates us, but at the same time she also gives us pleasures. How? By playing drums and more than thousands instruments. And she is the one who has brought percussion in front of the orchestra. She has made percussions instruments loved by the audience, loved by different people. So, what do we learn from her life, children? That be determined and honest and focus in your life, in your goal, focus to your goal, then you can achieve whatever you want to. You can also escalate the ladder of success and kiss the feet of success. Okay, children, I hope you have understood the chapter. Let me give you few main points to remember. Please note down this. Number 1. Evelyn Glennie was 8 when her hearing disability was noticed first time by her mother, and at 11 her disability was discovered at school. Number 2. She wanted to make her career in music, but her teachers discouraged her. Number 3. Fortunately, she met Ron Forbes, the percussionist, who identified her potential and supported her in achieving her goal. He trained Evelyn to sense the music through different parts of the body. Evelyn followed Ron Forbes like an obedient student, and in the meantime, she had learned to open her body and mind to sounds and vibration. After this, there was no look back. Evelyn joined the Royal Academy of Music in London and worked hard with strong determination and reached the peak of her career. In 1991, she was presented with the Royal Philharmonic Society's prestigious Soloist of the Year award. She became a shining star and inspiration for not only the disabled ones but also for all of us. She achieved more than most people do twice her age. Please note down these points, children. Children, I hope you have understood the chapter, and also you will remember the main points that I had discussed. Now let me give you a few important questions. Very easy question. I believe all of you will be able to find out the answers. The first question: what improvement did Evelyn gradually make in music? What sort of exercise did Ron Forbes repeat? What did she give to the handicapped? How does Evelyn encourage the young musicians? Where did Evelyn pursue her 3 years in music? What made her achievement so great? So children, these are few questions. Please try to find out the answers of this. So here I end the part 1 of The Sound of Music.